how did that impact your confidence when you like implemented all those things like with your barrel slotting and it started working? Did it like impact your confidence at all?
Yeah, I feel like I can actually like hit the ball with backspin now. I know I'm gonna go up to the plate and line the ball, square the ball up.
Just to go over your experience with the program, what was the main struggle that you were having on the field before joining the program?
On the field, it was probably just my mechanics in the box. A lot of ground balls was my main.
Mhm. So you were grounding out a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. And were you feeling during that time like any stress internally, or what were your feelings kind of like trying to overcome those problems?
I just felt like I was always in my head. I was just overthinking every little thing. Just kind of
Mhm.
stressed out, like on my own.
So when you first found us, how did you find us? How did you discover us? And how long did it take for you to kind of be like, hey, yeah, like I want to work with these guys?
I first saw you guys on Instagram and some
Mhm.
of the drills you posted. I liked your guys' swings, like the ones you guys recorded. So I started following you guys, and after a couple weeks, I decided to try it out because I felt like I needed the help.
100%.
What was like the before joining the program, what was like your biggest doubt? What were you like looking at? Were you like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna go well or something like that
Like with the program or with myself.
with the program?
I was just wondering how it would work like online and stuff because I've never done this before.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for a lot of people. It's just a little daunting going into like an online program and not really like seeing us in person and stuff like that. So I get that.
So if you were a little like skeptical about the online part, what are like your takeaways for online coaching after like before you went into it and after going through some of it?
I was a little skeptical about how I'd like communicate with you guys, but everything worked out pretty smoothly with the apps and the drills and videos and everything.
Awesome.
What was the biggest thing that we worked on in your swing that you obviously still want to keep working towards and that you worked on throughout the program?
I'd say probably like the slotting.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh,
Just
Mhm.
working on getting that barrel slot right. And
natural.
then what
What
was
was
that?
I got one. What was like the biggest like of the things that you worked on in the program, like what was maybe like an eye opener for you or something that like you never really thought of or one thing that really clicked for you?
I'd say probably like the hip hinge
Yeah.
because when I first started doing it, like I remembered to hip hinge, but then sometimes I would just end up bending my chest over
Yeah.
instead
Mhm.
of bending my hip. So when I actually hinge my hip, I feel a huge difference.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, so like, what
So
was your like in terms of like how did that impact your confidence when you like implemented all those things like with your barrel slotting and it started working? Did it like impact your confidence at all?
Yeah, I feel like I can actually like hit the ball with backspin now. I know I'm gonna go up to the plate and line the ball, square the ball up and
That's
not
good.
ground out to third base.
Yeah.
100%.
After kind of the way the program's set up, like with all the video and you're constantly looking at video and understanding the swing this way, do you feel like you have more confidence like in yourself to make adjustments in your own swing, like and recognize when things are going wrong and have a better understanding of your own swing?
Yeah, I feel like my entire learning of the swing, I understand the swing like a
Yeah.
ton more. So I feel like just videoing myself alone, I can make a little adjustments here and there.
Okay. Awesome. That's huge.
And then I know we've just been working together for 4 weeks, and I know we got a lot more work to do, and you got a lot more work to put in, right? But within this short period, month, 4 week time, I know you said your biggest struggle was obviously grounding out, rolling over, and that path issue. But kind of like what results have you seen in your swing that's really clicked for you? Like, has there been something that's just felt like, oh wow, like this clicked?
I'd say like I asked you a lot about like my wrist positioning, and
Yeah,
I feel like once I got that cleaned up, I did a lot better in like front toss and just like with like not just off the tee, because off the tee I was doing pretty solid on my own.
100%. Yeah, you were like choking the bat a little bit like this once you
Yeah,
kind of got the bat and your wrist in a good position. 100%.
my bat wrap, it was like way past my head.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Um, awesome. So, um, if So obviously you've had some great results in the program. But my question to you is, who else would you consider to be a good fit for our program?
Just
Not necessarily like specifically, but just like type of person.
Yeah, like what type of person or player do you think would be a good fit for our program?
I'd say just high school players that are trying to increase their metrics a lot because that's what they look for now.
And then you mentioned some of like the doubts that you had, like you were skeptical of the online part. Um, if you were to like recommend the program and they had the same doubts, like how would you kind of like ease those doubts for them having gone through it?
I'd pretty much say just don't worry about it because you guys take care of most of the things. As long as you stick to the program, everything's gonna go pretty fine.
All right, so we've made a ton of great progress. Really appreciate you hopping on here tonight with us. So obviously, like your work doesn't just stop here. There's always work that you have to do, and you obviously want to reach those goals. You still want to work on your bat path. You want to work on your power and everything else. Um, but overall, you'd say you'd made a good amount of progress within a short amount of time.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a question about like the lifting program. Did you go through the whole lifting program in the 4 week?
Yeah, I finished it.
What were your thoughts on that?
I really liked it because when I was just working on my own, I was doing like, I guess you could say like bodybuilder exercises.
Yeah.
I many athletic things. So for this, I feel like it made me a lot more mobile and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like it translated right to the field and right to your swing?
Yeah, it was a lot more like direct. I
Yeah.
felt
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'm just excited, man, because like the amount of stuff that you were able to learn in 4 weeks, like you were one of our clients that's just super hardworking. You really try to understand the material, and you're really like invested in it. So I think that was really exciting for me, just to see like, okay, you're starting to understand it now, right? And you really get, okay, this move makes sense, and now it's really just applying that move and just really hammering it down in your swing. And I think once you do that, dude, you're like one step away from really being like a breakout player this next coming season. Well, I actually have one more question for you, just really quick. If there's anything about the program that you could change, improve, make better, worse, what would it be, if anything, you could think of?
uh
Or what was something that you liked the most?
I like the most. I like the strength program a lot because a lot of the exercises on the form when I downloaded it, a lot of the exercises I never heard of before, and they had links to you guys' YouTube channel explaining the exercises. So I found
Mhm.
it convenient.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome, man.
And then if you do have suggestions, like don't hold back. Like we want to make it as good as we
Yeah.
can. So,
Yeah,
and if
100%.
you think of anything, if you can't think of anything right now, but if you do, like text in the on form, like we're open to anything.
Got it.
Well, thanks for coming on here with us.
Nope.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
All right,
Son
Bennett.
Bass.
Have a
Appreciate
good
it,
one.
brother.
We'll be in
Awesome. And
touch.
we'll be in touch. All right, talk to you soon.
All right, Bennett.
Be in
Have a
touch
good
soon.
Sounds
one.
good.
Later,
Thank
brother.
you.
See ya.
Thank you.